What's going on, guys? Fearmaky here, bringing you another video. Let's get into it. Let's roll deep and keep grinding out there, guys. Let's dive into the video. Let's go. Hello, guys. We're gonna do a video now where we're going to visit the season 11 meta builds for each class, and we're going to be starting out with the Marauder. If you want in-depth explanation on how the build works, about each set, runes, and what we're doing, you can refer back to the season 11 meta build guide, and we go over everything that you need to know there. But for now, I'm just showing you guys that the presets are the same, and we'll do a damage test on the dummy for 10 seconds. We do have a new guide out, a meta guide for the Marauder Season 12, which is more survivability, safer, more damage. Relatively close to this. That's pretty much it. So like 500 million roughly. And let's test out the wormhole here quick. We are at wormhole 300, just like we did the other one. And we'll do a fresh run. If we die, we die. If we don't, we don't. It is what it is. So that way we can test out the other classes. We already know this build works for season 11. I'm not sure how it's going to perform here in season 12 because of the survivability. But it might work. We'll see. When I did test it, I did do it on wormhole 500. And the survivability obviously was not there for that. It was too much. And we got one shot pretty much by everything. But I think it still might be viable. We'll see. Oh, almost got wrecked there. Obviously trash damage is going to be a lot higher because of the AoE. But single target damage is where it's going to count, whether we can kill the boss fast enough or not. I'm going to drag all these mobs up here. Aggro everything and then pull them up. No, we're going to get killed. Okay, so the mobs from up top came down. I love the Marauder, man. Just dropping chain traps. I really like this build. Even though the other build is stronger, the season 12 meta build is stronger, this build here is just so fun, man. I mean, one would argue this one is stronger. It all depends on your playstyle, right? What you're comfortable with. There's so many variables and things you can do. And I'm glad that the Season 12 meta build for the Marauder went a different direction this time. It just shows you the diversity in the class. But you can certainly do multiple things and get it to work. Keep in mind this set here is 115% items quality, min-maxed. Obviously with the season 12 meta, if you min-max all those items 115 and socket them and all that, it will be stronger, which is why we have as an updated guide. But either way, right, it's good for you guys. You guys have two options for builds to put together. This one here would be, I think, a little harder now. One, because you need to actually have it perfect to deal more damage. Whereas the other one, you don't even need runes all filled out or 115% quality to actually dish out the damage. Which is what the direction I'm going to go into. Is testing out the new builds at 100% quality, realistic, 10 out of 10. And then obviously from there, you know, you can get better and more damage if you're lucky enough to roll it to 115 quality. Yeah, the damage on the boss is low. Yikes. So we got one shot. I'm sure if we played around with it, you know, pretty safe and respect the hero level into stamina, you could do it and it would be viable. But anyways, we'll leave it at that. In my opinion, Marauder Season 11 meta build is still very viable for you to farm Inferno 5 and for you to do whatever excuse me, for you to do whatever content you want to do if you're able to put it together, and you should be okay. You could actually swap out the force chest as well, because now the pet's applying armor break anyways from the Shroud of Elements. So you could swap that out with any other chest that you want. Probably Dark Shroud or Devil's Cocoon Physical. So you can dish out some more damage. And you don't have to go after the Force, because the Force right now is unrealistic, right? With the boss runes, too expensive. We did that for Season 11 to showcase the maximum potential of each class. But Season 12, we're going to dial it down a bit. One, because the devs doesn't want you to go as high as you could go anymore. So the damage has been toned down from each class, as well as the survivability has been toned down. But you can certainly make it work still. Alright, we're not going to do this because it takes too much time. But anyways, yeah, the build is viable still if you ask me. Absolutely viable. But if you want to push high-end wormholes, I would refer to the Season 12 meta guide. Alright, let's jump into the next class, guys. Alright, guys, we're back with another Season 11 meta review. We're doing the Amazon this time. You can see we have the same items. Again, another disclaimer. If you need to know any further information on how the build works, what we use and what runes, an in-depth explanation and guide, please refer to the Season 11 Amazon meta guide, and you will know exactly how it works. This is our talents. Hero level still the same. Mercenary. Something wrong here. Why isn't there 30 points in the mercenary tree? It looks like that was a little bugged. It was 30 for rapid fire, 30 for piercing shots, and then rebounding. Okay, strange. Okay. Alright, let's test this out on the dummy. So the Amazon has gotten some significant nerfs since Season 11, where Envenom no longer stacks infinitely, and it drops off now. Okay, so we're about 500 million, right? There. Wormhole 300. So yeah, instead of Envenom stacking infinitely now, it drops. But let's see how we do in the Wormhole 300 clear. Let's see how the build goes. Oh, toughness is way down on every class this season. I don't understand the point of that. So we might have to go into health. I'm afraid to get one shot by everything. The damage is pretty good still on the Amazon. Trash clear. We'll see how we do, if we can make it to the boss in time, and if we can even survive. The problem is not even the damage this time around. It's just survival, man. Like, everything one-shots you. I understand they wanted to reduce the survivability. But I think may have gone a little bit overboard. Yeah, see? Sec. Alright, we're back. Since we died there, let's try it again one more time. Let's make sure it's 1 300. Yeah, we don't want to waste too much time with each class because we know these builds already worked in season 11. We just want to see how they pair up here on season 12. Oh, I'm stuck. I can't go through the mobs. When I get to the beach. Why don't I have the Book of Belial as a relic? Yeah, I don't. Oh, because when I was doing the test last season, it was not working. So we'll keep it the same, but the Book of Belial will be a lot more damage if you guys are able to get it up and running, as you've seen on all of my guides. Yeah. You just get one shot. We are doing a lot of damage though. 2 billion damage. Let's go without the relic, so don't waste too much time. Yeah, no way. Okay, so let's swap up the talent here a little bit. Let's go with the crit damage, higher damage, and then dump the rest into health. Alright, let's see how this works with no relics. Whoa, at least I was able to take a hit. So probably with the mercenary, the survivability would be a lot higher. And the build could potentially still work.
Woo! We rolled deep
Yo,
with another follower.
Sprint X, thanks for the follow, man. Just made it to a YouTube video. Woo! Yeah, there's no way we're gonna clear it in time. Oh, no, I got stuck. Got stuck on like everything now. Where is my mercenary? Dead right here. There he is. Couldn't even see him. Oh, I'm dead. 100% dead. Yeah, I'm stuck. Yikes. I think we could have done it though. Let's reset the relics. I think we can do it with the health that we have. I think we certainly can with the extra health.
One lands through the heart.
And is my mercenary geared? The melee guy? He is. With the judge and everything. Let's go with him. Look at his health pool. 4.8 million. Because we went with the extra health. Let's make sure he has... Okay, he does not have his talents in. Just want to test this out. That's it. Let's see how we do here. With full relics, everything, and we went with the mercenary this time instead of the ranger. I have a feeling the Amazon build might still be really good. There's the massive shield we're getting from the Merc, the absorption shield. And he's taunting with the judge. I am going to be releasing a guide specifically on the mercenary guys and how to increase your toughness this season. An in-depth guide and explanation. But it's obvious you guys already can see the immediate results. The players that have really a lot of experience in the game will be able to tell exactly what's going on already. But the mercenary, trust me, it's not just putting on the mercenary and then go. There's a lot more involved. Even past those talents that I put in him. And it's very expensive to build him the way he is right now. Don't get me wrong. You're not just roll him and then be trucking the content. But your survivability is going to go up immensely, even if you have 0 gear. And even more if you have, you know, stamina gear. Like the Swami Perkele shield, one of the best defensive shield in the game for your follower. Even for yourself, if you put that on, it makes your character extremely tanky. Yeah, the Amazon Season 11 meta, with the slight tweak, instead of using the Ranger, use the melee mercenary. Still viable, if you ask me. Let's see. I mean, the clear speed is pretty insane. Only 3 mobs left. Okay. Pretty good clear speed, if you ask me. Let's reset the meters to see what we do on the boss. So that's the only tweak I would do, is use the mercenary. And I would do that for all the classes starting out Season 11. I mean, Season 12, I'm sorry. So at this high wormhole, these guys have so many abilities. Lightning Scissors, Twister, Ambush, and he's like letting out skulls. So we're doing 330 million. That was crazy. Yeah, Amazon's still chunking pretty good. Obviously not, the Venom is not as strong as it used to be. It was pretty overpowered if you ask me. But definitely still viable. Still chunks the bosses down. Not bad. Alright. So we have the verdict. Same build as Season 11. Different follower. He is using the Judge. The Crusader Helm, the Shroud of Elements still. Why does the shield say Metal Ward? Was this the Mirage? Yeah, I guess it was bugged. There should have been Mirage. It didn't even have a spell mirror on it. Wow. Yeah, you want spell mirror on your pet. Won't really make much of a difference because he's not really casting anything. But yeah, but you don't have to use Mirage. You can put any other shield, like especially the Shadow Buckler for the dodge, or Swami Perkele, and you're going to be really tanky. Look at his health go up to 7.1 million which means the shield that he applies on you boosts the mercenary's health. Mercenary shields the player, and then all damage taken by the player is partly taken by the mercenary. It's pretty massive, the shield that you get. 55% of health as shield. So 55% of his health will apply to me as a shield. Pretty much 3 million. So that's been the short and quick of it, guys. Let's move on to the next class. But anyways, Amazon is still viable for Season 11, the meta build. And it will allow you to farm content and do anything you need to do, including push wormholes. Enjoy. Okay, moving on to the next class, we're going to do the Pirate. So this is the gear setup. We went with the Pirate for Season 11. Was the best build last season. That's the relic list. Here's the talents. Hero levels. Mercenary level. And mercenary gear. Again, if you need further explanation on how the build works, how it functions, you can certainly refer to Season 11 build. We will be putting a Season 12 meta guide together, which will be a lot different than this. But let's do a damage test on the dummy for 10 seconds with the potion. As you can see, the damage is a lot less compared to last season. Let's see. Wormhole 500. I had to restart the game to go back to 300. Because of the editor. Every time you lower the difficulty, you have to tone it down. But let's see for the hell of it. Let's just go to the 500. Yeah, nothing's gonna die. The mobs just have way too much health, and the damage really isn't there anymore. It's really disheartening seeing what used to be the most powerful build in the previous season completely be gutted the next season. It's always fun to introduce new builds, more powerful builds, but to lower and destroy the current builds altogether doesn't really make for fun gameplay, if you ask me. But hey, the devs have something they got going on. Hopefully it shapes up to be better for them. The survivability on the Pirate though, yeah, about that. So let's actually dial it back to wormhole 300. Let me clip the video here and we'll come back to actually do keep the test consistent with the Marauder. Okay, we are back with the Pirate. Same build, as you guys can see. Same talents, hero levels, mercenary gear. And it is wormhole 300 now. Alright, so let's see how we do here on wormhole 300 this time. Let me go aggro everything first. I'll be surprised. I mean, the Marauder was able to clear and get to... Oh my god. Got deleted. Let's reset here. Save and exit. Because I want to have the relics on. I gotta play a little safer. The Marauder was able to clear and get to the boss. And I'm sure if you played safe, it would work. Every time we something with the editor, every time you die and you're trying to load a build again, it crashes on you. Alright, I think that should do it right there.
Let's get this over with and have a drink.
Yeah, we have our relics. Wormhole 300. Alright, let's go again. And if I die, I'll tweak the hero level. Just to see the difference. And the bombs dropping this time around. Oh, with the pirate. Oh, shoot. Should have played safer there. Let's do that now.
The gold is mine.
So we'll tweak it. Let's go full into cooldown reduction till we get 50%. There we go. And then let's go the rest into life. Attack speed is 8.24. But yeah, we're gonna go into all survival. Alright, let's save and exit. Let's get our relics back. Yeah, I don't know why it keeps doing that. Maybe I should have clicked reload instead of saving it. We'll see. Alright, we should be back up and running.
Females can't be pirates.
Yeah, let's make sure our hero level saved. Yeah, now we're at 688,000 health. Wormhole 300. Let's try it again. Same level. I love the movement speed on the pirate though. Look at those bombs go. We're doing a whopping 67 million. Yikes. Let's reset it. This will change drastically again, guys, for the Season 12 meta. Yeah, nothing's dying. We have the whole map here almost. Let me go aggro the top and bring him down. I love how the pirate attack speed is so fast. It like literally vacuums the mobs in place. You see that? That was so fun on Season 11. Like it creates a vacuum. That's how fast it's attacking. With the chain pulling them in. Just vacuums them in. We'll be able to pull the whole map down here, but nothing's gonna die. Yeah, we're still at 197 mobs. Nothing dies. Yeah, they gutted the pirate meta build for Season 12 here. 197. 0 mobs die. Like, none of them are gonna die at this damage. And we have so many mobs and affixes on the screen that it's like slow motion right now. Yeah, literally slow motion. Good thing is we're able to pull everything in though. Look at that vacuum with the mobs. It's the best. Alright, we're gonna end it here though because we're spending too much time on the pirate. So the verdict is in my opinion. Obvious. The pirate season 11 meta build is not good for season 12. It's just completely broken. It's not worth you guys invest in the I mean, it's a good starter build, right? You can farm up Inferno with it. Yeah, you can certainly farm up Inferno with it and not have any issues. Let me tone. I don't know why it's on Inferno 1. Let's go to 5.
Yo ho ho and a bottle of rum. Where can I stash my
And I'll speed up the video. No, even Inferno 5 is not good. Yeah, they just take too long to die. And this is min-maxed gear. Yeah, no. So Pirate, Season 11 meta build, not good at all. Completely broken, okay? So stay away from it for now. I'm sorry about that, guys. It is good for Inferno 1 and lower. But that's it for the Pirate for now. Alright, we're back with another class. This time the Nomad. You can see the skills that we have. The gear. Again, if you want to know how the build works, an in-depth guide on everything from your mercenary to your relics to your talent tree, please refer to the Season 11 Nomad meta guide and you'll know exactly how it works and why we did what we did. We always have to put in these talent points. Let's do a damage test. I will be breaking up the video into 2 videos though. 3 videos actually for the Season 11 meta review because it's going to take too long. Warasaki is done. So 450 million. Yeah, wormhole 300. Alright, we'll do it. If we die, we will tweak it like we've been doing the other ones. Change from the range mercenary to the melee mercenary for toughness, and also change our hero levels. Those are the tweaks I would do with the Season 11 meta builds. But you have more survivability this time around. And there we go. We'll try it again, just even without the relics, so we don't waste too much time. But I know I'm going to have to tweak it already. But yeah, Season 12 is all about survivability. And if you don't go that route, you're going to pay the price. Yeah, okay. So let's go ahead and tweak it. Let's back out. Yeah, let's back out and load up the melee mercenary. Actually, Let me restart the editor here. Forgot to save the loadout for the relics on the Nomad. But it's the melee loadout anyways. They're pretty much universal. Yeah. And then load template, melee merc toughness. Okay. Our relics are there. Mercenary is there. Let's change our talents. Let's max out cooldown reduction this time around. I like the changes they did in the season with it. And our crit damage and crit chance. Yeah, let's max out our crit damage for big burst. We do need 2% attack speed to just hit the breakpoint. There it is at 4 attacks per second. And then dump the rest into survivability. Now Merc's at 3.7 million and we're at 536. Let's try this. So this build last season was the Undying Sand King. Obviously no longer Undying because we're dying. Now the damage is definitely less than the other classes. Yeah, I don't think we're gonna have the damage to clear it. We'll go without the relic one more time. I mean, maybe if you guys were pushing and all that, it could work. Inferno 5 for sure. Wormhole pushing, high end. I don't think so. The reason why I say that because we have all the season 12 meta builds and they're going to be a lot better. Yeah, no, one shot. They destroyed the toughness on every single class this season. Every single class. But anyways, let's see. Let's put in Inferno 5. Let's test out the farming on the map. Oh, we'll do a Uber Damien. It's a good point to test. Yeah, so Inferno 5 we destroy. Stuck on a tree. Really fast. Crazy clear. Yikes. I didn't have any relics, right? So I died. Oh man. My bad, guys. I thought I had the flying relics, but obviously I don't. Let's just go to the end and let's just try to kill Damien. Yeah, so it's Inferno 5 definitely can survive. No issues surviving on Inferno 5. Let's see. Ooh, almost got destroyed though by Damien. Oh, he's like chain spawning. Blood surges. Oh, his head killed me. Yeah. So, I mean, I'm sure you could do Inferno 1, but I don't think so. So, in my opinion, Season 11 meta for Nomad, only viable for like Inferno 5 farming outside the world, not viable for end-game wormhole pushing. Alright, but you guys decide for yourselves. But that's been the review on the Nomad. I hope you guys like these series, what I'm doing. I'm reviewing the old builds. And let's move on to the next class. Alright guys, we're back. Going on to the Redneck. You can see we have the same gear. I'm going to speed up what we're doing because we're taking like 10 minutes per class now. Why doesn't my follower... Oh, because I'm using the ranger, the melee guy. I have to use the ranger. There we go. So we're going to try to keep it as consistent as possible. I'm going to have to break this video up into 2 videos for sure. It looks like because of the local test and the patches, the talents reset on the mercenary. But this is our build. We don't have any relics. Yikes. Let's go back. This was an issue on the editor last season. So we'll just go with the Marauder or melee relic loadout. Come on, man. And it crashed. Every time you change one thing on the editor, crashes the game. Let's see here. Okay, the relics are loaded and we're back in. Alright. Make sure everything is good. Let's get to testing. Wormhole 300. Let's do the damage test for 10 seconds first. Paying attention to my bottle of sake. Still has 5 seconds. We're 500 million. Bottle of sake is gone. 570 million. So Redneck seems to be doing pretty good still. Alright, let's test out the wormhole. $2 billion. Wow. Okay, so the trash clear seems to be doing quite a bit of damage. I do remember they did buff the burn damage, I believe, on the tar, right? Wow. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. These beams, man. Let's get out of here. We need to aggro more mobs. Without dying. And that's what happens.
They should put my face on money.
Let's reset the relics quick. We are going to have to break the video up into 2 for sure. Low template, melee, okay. Because we have to give it a really like good shot at trying to clear the stage. And obviously somebody playing the Redneck, somebody pushing the wormholes is going to play really safe. It's going to be laser focused, right? Because they want to get rank 1. So they're going to be playing much better than what I'm doing here as a test for you guys. But I do remember now the Redneck is a class you want to play mid-range. You don't want to play up and close and personal because they're so squishy. Literally glass cannon. And that seems to be the case with all the classes this season. Look at that oil though burning on the ground. Pretty crazy. Now, obviously, the more mobs we pull, more damage you're going to get. But that's what happened as well. That's the worst stage to try it in because of the freeze.
I am an army of one.
Let's reset the relics. We were able to do it last time without crashing the builder. Okay.
Just like in Texas.
Let me go to the end. My intention right now is to go to the end and then come back around because the tar is going to stay on the ground. And that's going to deal damage while we're going ahead and pulling everything else. At least that's my intention. Let's see if it's actually going to work that way. Yeah, the damage definitely higher. And we also avoid, right, all the mobs casting shit on us. Yikes. Okay, well let's do the tweak like we did with... The only issue with us using the melee guy is I don't have the judge and all that stuff on him. But in the elemental break, but you know something? To reset relics, low template. We could do this. Hop on Amazon.
This is my territory.
The melee guy here. I think I believe already has the judge. Yeah, all of that. Okay. So let me save this loadout quick. Hametsu did reach out to me, just so you guys know. He asked me to do a guide on the HeroSiege editor. I will be doing that in the future for you guys. There's obviously a lot on my plate already. But I will be doing it. Save template, mercenary, melee merc, toughness. Okay, so let's go back to the Redneck. Load template melee. And then load the mercenary. There we go. And then we should have the melee mercenary for the Redneck now with all of the items.
Invincible.
Yep, that we had there. And all we need to do now is tweak our hero level. Let's make sure, yeah, we got cooldown reduction. What's our attack speed? 4.5. We're gonna go with that. Crit damage, we're gonna get it up for more damage. And then we'll go all into power of life. And all into extreme stamina. We were at 1.7 million on the mercenary. So this is not accurate. So that's the buggy part with the local editor and the add-ons. You have to be really close, pay close attention, and just check everything, because sometimes stuff doesn't load all the way through. Obviously we're rushing it, trying to revisit the old builds. Well, 1.7 million is at 7 million now, and I'm almost at 1 million health myself. We have full relics, full everything, 300 wormhole. Okay, do or die right now. Do or die, do or die. So I will be doing a guide on the local editor to help you guys, so you can put your builds together also. Obviously, you know, experience with the game, the classes, the items, the stats, how things work, you know, is going to play a huge part in how effective the editor will be for you. But, you know, you get to play around with it and, you know, test out stuff, see the new items. It's a very good tool. It's a fun tool to use, you know, and in a way it helps you guys so you don't spend millions of rubies testing something out on live just to find out that it does not work, you know. But on the other hand, it also allows you to test low-level items or items that are going for really cheap and find out that, hey, it does, you know, it does do decent damage. Example, right? If I buy this weapon that costs 2 million, yes, I'll do the best damage in the game. But what happens if I buy this weapon here that costs 10,000 rubies? How much less am I going to be doing, and will it be viable for Inferno 5? And you're going to be surprised that it is very viable, right? I only list the builds on, you know, the most optimal and viable and the meta builds, but that's nowhere near, you know, a good reference that the other weapons are not viable. You guys shouldn't take that like that. I guess kind of being hypocritical, right? Because, well, you're telling us that's the best item, go for that. At the same time, you're saying go for something else. Those are end-game, you know, builds. I am branching out now and doing beginner guides, which I'm absolutely loving them, because it's showing another side of me, another side of the community, allowing the new players to see what's real, right? Because in a way, yes, the meta builds were somewhat unrealistic, you know, to put together unless you play the entire season grinding, which you know, that's what it's intended for anyways. You know, if you farm that hard and you play that, you know, that much, you should be the most powerful class in build in the game. You should have that. You should be entitled to that. Should have played it safer there. The damage is less. Let's just go without the relics, but the toughness is definitely there. I will have to split these reviews up into multiple guides for sure, man. There's no way. That's gonna be like a 5-hour long video. So I'll probably do like 6, 6, 5. 6 classes in one video, 6 on another, and then 5 for the last one. That way it covers all 17 classes. But yeah, I mean, using the local editor is definitely going to help you guys get a better understanding of the game and other weapons. There are many weapons out there that are viable. As you guys can see, I was ranked 1 the first 2 weeks on the Samurai with the Pharaoh Talons. Who would have thought that Pharaoh Talons was meta and best in slot? Obviously, Kogura Sumaru is the best weapon to go after. But you can certainly become rank 1 and grind out the season and level up and push with the Pharaoh Talons. You don't need to have a 2 million ruby or 4 million ruby Kogura Samaru. Yeah, obviously it'd be nice you have it, and that's something you work towards, right? But this early in the season, you don't need that. I'm doing 1.1 billion with 0 relics. Look at all of those skeletons. That's crazy. Gotta keep moving or else they're gonna kill me. The toughness though, if you guys noticed, like we always have an absorption shield up from our mercenary. Gotta get the heck out of there. Okay, so it looks like the season 11 meta build where, okay, we cleared it. For the Redneck is viable. We got to the boss. Let's see how we do on the boss. I wish they added a shortcut key to just press and reset the damage meters. You know, like you bind a key to it. Why isn't the boss casting any abilities? It's bugging me out right now. Hello? He's not jumping, he's not moving. Oh, he's split right now. Looks like he moved there. Looks like he might do lasers and stomps here. Alright, the Redneck is doing some crazy damage to bosses. 500 million steadily? Yo, let's get out of there. Because of all the burn on the ground. Look at that. It's actually the highest I've seen on the boss damage so far from my early testing. Remember, the Redneck is a mid-range character. You do not want to be in melee. Even though the spinning chainsaw kind of baits you into that, well, that's not doing any damage. But yeah, if you do that, you're going to die. And you don't need to be in there, as you can see, to do 500 million damage. Obviously, the health disappears. We did it. Hero level 200, wormhole 300, clear with the season 11 meta build. We did slightly tweak it with the melee mercenary and also went in heavy into life. Power of life and extreme stam, okay? But that's it, guys. Let's end the video here. It's been like almost 20 minutes just on the Redneck. Let's move on to the next class. Okay, we're back with the Shaman, the final class. We'll be doing the other classes on another video, but I really hope that the season 11 meta review builds helps you guys. I know you guys have learned some stuff along the way with swapping from the ranger to the mercenary and making your guys, you know, increasing your toughness. The ranger is still very good. It still applies a lot of armor break and elemental break with the shard of elements, you know, and which will yield a lot more damage. But if you want consistency and survivability, I strongly believe the mercenary this time around will be the one to go to. But we have a lot of testing ahead of us throughout the season, and we'll get to that later. For now, let's dive into the Shaman meta build from season 11. These are the pieces we went with. As usual, if you need an in-depth guide on how the build works and why we chose to go with these items, what to socket, etc., the relics, the talent tree, the hero levels, and the mercenary tree, please refer back to my season 11 Shaman meta build, and you guys will know exactly how the build functions. Let's put that in there. There. Okay. Let's do a damage test. Pop that potion. Okay, so we're doing 1.5 billion with the Shaman, with our old meta build from season 11. We'll go again just to make sure. Yep, 1.2 billion plus. Okay, so that's very good for the Shaman still. In my opinion, the single target damage, the build still works. Let's put it on the wormhole 300. So the builds are all gonna do damage still, aside from some classes, right? Some classes are really like broken in what they did to it with the old builds. But the issue is not even the damage. Well, for some classes it is, but all the classes, the issue this season is survivability. 1000% survivability. Yes, you can build the strongest build, but you're not gonna be able to clear anything because you're gonna die. So the key, as you guys can see here, to season 12 is going to be a really tanky survival build that also dishes out a lot of damage at the same time. We're almost building like we're doing hardcore in a way, because we're so much of a glass cannon. And hats off to the guys that play hardcore, that are able to reach level 100 and, you know, keep leveling their classes and clear wormholes. Because, man, not for me. We'll try it again with the relics, just to give it a true try here. But yeah, the issue is definitely survivability, and we need to spec that way, change things up, so that way you're able to clear. Yikes. I wanted to move out of there. Come on, man.
Life's purpose is to master the elements.
I'm just playing way too aggressive. I think the build can still clear if you have the patience, you play carefully, avoid mechanics, because it's dealing so much damage. And I'll be honest, that skeleton relic, the skull, I think it's the devil's skull, is messing with me, because I think it's an ability from the enemies, and it's not. Lava spill is still doing so much damage. That elemental blast though. Yeah, the damage on the Shaman, even in Season 11, was always consistent. I loved it. It was never very proc dependent. I mean, it's very proc heavy on the abilities, but it was very consistent, just like the Demon Slayer. It's like you either did 1 billion or 1.1 billion. It wasn't, the range of the damage threshold wasn't so spread like the Paladin, right? The Paladin, it was either 1 billion or 4 billion. Like the range was so high because depending on the crit chance and the your crit procs, I mean, it would just skyrocket. Where the Shaman and the Demon Slayer, like the damage you see here is where it's gonna be at consistent, and that's really good. That's really good because you can rely on this damage, right? You don't have to rely on procs. Oh,
I can sense the storm.
we almost had it. We almost had it, man. Let's change it for the toughness now, and we'll try to clear it with the toughness. So that way we're not wasting too much time. So let's change the mercenary to the toughness one.
You shall burn, freeze,
Okay, he's on.
to earth.
Let's make sure his talents is on correctly. What the heck? It looks like it's bugged, so we have to go with the ranger and swap back to melee. It did not save. Where? There's something going on here. There's a bug going on with the... Let me unequip the judge with the editor. Shard of Elements. Sky Crusader. That it's... I don't know. Alright, let's reset the talents. Yeah, it's like using the ranger talent tree and the gear from the melee one on the ranger. It's just all over the place. So you have to just refresh it all together. Okay, let's change our hero level. We are 5.71. The Shaman is very attack speed, so we're gonna try to reach the next breakpoint. Exactly 50 points reaches it. So now we're at 6 attacks per second. Okay, what's the crit? It's very low crit chance, so we're not gonna bother with that. So let's just go all into stam and survive and see how we do. Okay, 7 million. All right, everything's on. Let's go. There is, whoa, the hell is that? Oh, the mouse went off the game. There is so much happening with the Shaman, man. Absolutely crazy. Yeah, we're exactly as 6 attacks per second. And look at our absorption shield. It's like our entire health pool from the mercenary. So I really appreciate all you guys' support, man. All your comments, your likes on the video. As you guys can see here, it does take a lot of time to test each class and go through it all. And once I release this video, I'll also clip the timeline so that way you can skip to just your class. But I do recommend watching all of it so you can learn as much as I've learned and just get as much information as possible to build out your character and to have the best possible advantage right in the season. And just the little tweaks and stuff that we did here. And I mentioned before in my videos, right, the rank 1 pyromancer guy, I don't know if he's still rank 1 still, but he was having massive issues surviving as well. You know, but dishing out a lot of damage, and we did a couple of tweaks, and immediately he was able to push further and survive and not have any issues. So I really hope these videos are educational. They help you guys a lot to how to build out your character and just have a lot more fun in the game in general, because this season for sure they made every class just a glass cannon. Well, they did remove all the dodge stacks and block stacks completely and reworked it, which I've mentioned multiple times across many videos. And as usual, the patch notes will be linked in the description below, so you guys can refer to them to see the changes they did to the block and dodge. It's all there. I hope I don't die to this guy. I'm gonna kite him away. Oh, my absorption shield is off. Let's reset the meters and see what we're doing to the boss. Yeah, that absorption shield definitely helps from the follower. I should have been dead like 5 times by now. I got him stuck there and I want to keep him there. Yeah, that's the thing with the pure evil boss. If you run him into an object, he gets stuck there and you can pretty much have an easy time killing him. Watch me die here though. So we're talking shit. I'm not talking shit, just giving you guys feedback. And we're doing this live. We're not, you know, obviously voicing over a video. Yeah, so 311 million damage consistently, it seems like, on the boss. Not bad. Alright. So, in my opinion, the season 11 meta build is still viable with the tweaks that we made on the hero level, as well as the mercenary that we're using, which is the melee. Alrighty, but that is it, guys. Thank you so much, man, for all your support. You guys have been amazing. Please don't forget to comment, like, hit that subscribe button. Please check me out on Twitch. Drop me a follow there. Sprint X was the last one to follow. I got Deacon RTS followed 4 hours ago. Exo Lord, Kajoja, Mr. Brightsider, Dr. Sophilla, and everybody else. I appreciate it, guys. But you guys keep grinding, roll deep. I'll see you in the next video. I will be releasing the other 11 classes. All right, but I'll break them up into 2 videos. We'll do another 6, then we'll do a 5, because or else the videos will drag out for too long. But you guys stay safe, keep grinding, and roll deep. Woo!